Welcome to today's episode, my friends, and Topping and Biscuit plus Magic Candy Guide here for Dark Choco Cookie. Super excited about this one because this is an oldie and a goodie that we're bringing back here today with the Magic Candy. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I love to hear from you as always and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Down below, you can find today's timestamps as we walk through Dark Choco Cookie. We'll give you the biscuits, the toppings, all that fun stuff here. We'll go for a run with this particular cookie as well and pull it all back together as we always do. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get into it here. Dark Choco Cookie. This cookie is a charge cookie, a frontline cookie, and one of my actual 5-star Ascension cookies, which is great for me, particularly as the #1 free-to-play player, as we like to say here. And a couple things around this. There's a long-running history with this particular cookie. Very early on, this was like the only cookie I could pull, I swear. So that is why it is a 5-star Ascension cookie. Now, if you don't have this one already, we do have the Darkness Gotcha, and on top of that, this cookie is available to you in the Milet shop. So let's go ahead now and talk a little bit more around the moveset, and then we'll come back to our Magic Candy. So first and foremost, this is what the original moveset is. We have Sword of Darkness. Strikes the ground with his great sword, inflicting chain lightning upon the enemies. Those unfortunate affected by this dark lightning suffer from a great damage and lower defense. Here we got single hit damage, consuming darkness. We got crit percent -5%, healing -5% for 8 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. And then we got defense for -20% for 7 and stacks up to 3 times. So this cookie used to be used actually quite a bit for some of that debuff and that stacking as well, and certainly something to continue to pay attention to with this one here and how you can leverage this one for your teams. In particular, a lot of times potentially against PvE and some of the bosses, as well as ideas for PvP there. Now, let's go ahead and get this Magic Candy cooking, because that is why we are here today, to break this down even further. First and foremost, we got to get it. There we go. Very, very nice and super exciting. Now, we may not have enough to get all the way up, so we'll leave it at 1 for now. Obviously, keep going at it. Get this thing up because you are going to want it to that +10. So first and foremost, though, here we do have Blades of Darkness. Essentially, what's going to happen here is what this does is Blades of Darkness rain down on the enemies, dealing extra damage and inflicting them with a debuff, increasing darkness type damage. The rest of the team will gain a buff, increasing darkness type damage dealt. So very good in your darkness elemental types, my friends. Sword of Darkness, additional damage is 201% plus of attack plus. Another 135% of additional damage per stack of consuming darkness, capped at 1,000, my friends. So that is huge. Now, darkness type damage vulnerability, enemies plus 25% darkness type, and damage received for 10 seconds stacks up to ×2. Darkness type damage inflicted allies plus 15% for 10 seconds and stacks up to 2 times. So this is very, very powerful here. We got that 13-second cooldown, and then additionally at 10 or +10 for a Magic Candy here. Sword of Darkness targets amplify debuff by +20% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 2 times, and crit damage there +20% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 2 times. So very, very nice in terms of how you want to get your darkness type alignment there with Downpour of Darkness, and then Sword of Darkness again, we'll go all the way up to 30%. So huge, huge, huge in terms of how that works and how it's going to stack with this stuff as well. Very, very nice there. So a couple of things on this one. Let's go ahead and talk about the biscuits. So first and foremost, certainly if you can make it happen, get that lovely, lovely Legendary Chewy Biscuit. However, we have another piece here that you can take advantage of. One of these right here, the Resolute Chewy Biscuit. So you want to get that Legendary Resolute one. Why? You can get the dark damage in this. This is the only place where you can get this right now. Huge, huge from that perspective. Getting up to that 10% dark damage is big, and additionally you will get that because of the fact of the first slot does go to that dark damage one as well. So that's very, very important there. So we just like to call that out in terms of 2 considerations. In particular, if you do want that darkness type damage, I think that's a good way to go, and also a good way to go for Dark Choco. A couple other things here though as we pivot back. Outside of that darkness piece, You also have to pay attention to all the other bonus effects. Now, you will still have damage resist bypass. Again, it's just that additional darkness one, so I just want to call that out so that you pay attention to that. Now, a couple things here in terms of these bonus effects. For this particular cookie, again, if we're building across our biscuits and our toppings, and that's kind of how we'll do it, because sometimes the biscuits take priority, sometimes the toppings take priority, and that has to do with the bonus effects where they do or don't work, which is why I kind of cover those things. However, what I would focus on here is this cookie does scale on attack. So a couple things there, because we have that moveset every 13 seconds. Let's pull back to this. This takes 13 seconds for Sword of Darkness, and Downpour of Darkness is also 13 seconds. It can stack up to 2 or 3 times. So keep those pieces in mind, in particular of how it's going to work with this cookie. So that is a big thing. So why do I bring that up? I bring it up for a couple of reasons here. You definitely want to get attack because it's got that attack scaling. Cooldown is also nice. You want to make sure that you get enough cooldown so that you can take advantage of those stacks. So really every kind of 2-3 there that you can for 10 seconds it holds. So ideally you want to have at least an attack every 9 seconds just to ensure that it makes sense and that those stacks stay on. That is key. Now, additionally, survivability is going to be big on this particular cookie. If this is your main tank, generally it's probably not going to be. It's going to be more of a supporting frontliner. So other things that you can consider then is that damage resist bypass and that darkness type damage. So I would go darkness type damage, probably damage resist bypass, but remember, if you don't have that attack in there, it's not going to scale, and that cooldown. So if you go on that full attack mode, those are some of the ways that you can go along with cooldown, and then you can shift over more towards a defensive-esque type build as well. And those are all important ways to consider this build. So again, if you're going to go that attack route, go with the darkness, damage resist bypass, attack, and then survivability is going to be that HP defense, damage resist, and then don't forget that cooldown. Now, as we pivot over to the toppings, a couple things on this one. Again, given what we just talked about, if you're going to focus more on survivability, you are going to want the solid almond here. So that can be a big one. It might be more beneficial in terms of some of the higher end PvE stuff, as well as some of the PvP survivability. However, if you have a really good frontline team, and this one isn't solo, then maybe you want to think about attack. So again, that's going to give you that scaling on the moveset for the downpour there, my friends. Now, regardless, a couple things here on our substats, because this is also going to be key. I would focus in on attack, I would focus in on that damage resist and that cooldown. Those three to me are going to be very consistent across whether you go solid almond or if you go on attack here with Searing Raspberry. Now, additionally, for additional survivability, if you want to go that path, go HP and defense. Attack, damage resist, and cooldown are going to be big. Again, damage resist more for that survivability as well. So lots of things that you can consider in terms of how you want to set it up. I'll stick with my attack one for now. Here you can see we got room for improvement as always, my friends, and how we like to go here as well. So let's go ahead and we're going to show this cookie off here today and how this one's going to work in our teams. Look at that magic candy package. Get on it. We're going to go over that world exploration. Master mode is great. We always love that. We're going to dark mode though. And we're going to go here to Hall of Enlightenment, 829. We just did Peach Blossom. You can check that one out, my friends. Today, though, we are here with our Darkness type cookie, one of my few 5-star ascensions. So much fun. And then let's just make sure on our gear, we're going to go with that attack. Boom, there we go. And certainly room for growth on this particular cookie here with our Beascuit. So let's go ahead and get into it here. You can see that huge uptick in that power level for us as well, and let's go for that attack. Boom, there we go. All right, it is time to show this. We got a 4-second start, which isn't great. There's the attack, absolutely crushing it. So good news is with this, you can see that darkness type damage is up. We also have a moveset that will allow us to have those 2 stacks because we have that 9-second cooldown regardless here, which is super helpful. There we go. 10 seconds. So we do want to improve that just a little bit. As you can see, that darkness damage up is so awesome. He's dealing some great damage here too, which is even better. Let's get this off. There we go. Clearing right on through. We'll see how big of a hit we can do on this boss. Can we take it down? Boom. Almost over 400,000 damage. Very, very nice. So that thing just shredded right through there for our Dark Choco Magic Candy Topping Biscuit guide for you here today. Really, really like this one. And in context with your lovely, lovely darkness type groupings, it's very, very solid there. Very solid. And I like that a lot in terms of those pieces. So with that, my friends, we covered Dark Choco Cookie here today. We gave you the breakdown of the Magic Candy, the Biscuit and Toppings in order to succeed here and how to think about those and orient them towards your Dark Choco Cookie and playstyle as well, just like me as a free-to-play player, whether you're a returning player, a new player, or a vet as always. Now, with that, if you still have a question, if you got a comment about today's episode, let me know because I'd love to hear from you as always and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. With that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. On top of that, thank you to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you. You get emotes, icon, fun access, those kinds of things, videos as well. We also have affiliate links and a swag and merch store that you can check out, my friends. All great ways to support the channel. And as always, thank you. We also have our socials. At me, chat me, stay connected, my friends. What's the best thing that you like about Dark Choco Cookie? You can chat me up. Let us know in the comments as always. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I really like what they've done with Dark Choco Cookie. I hope you do as well and get to enjoy this one in particular, not only as a single cookie here, but in that dark elemental type. With that, we'll see you again soon. Keep on running.